Hey fam, welcome back to Rev 1211 Life on this fine day. We are in chapter 6 of 1 Timothy, and we're going to be covering really the verses 1 through 9. It's a nice chunk of verse, but those verses, Paul is talking to Timothy about those who are in the ministry or distorting the gospel for their own wealth. And he talks about that. He says, their minds are corrupt and they have turned their backs on the truth. To them, a show of godliness is just a way to become wealthy. And then he goes on to say, yet true godliness and contentment is itself great wealth. After all, we brought nothing with us when we came into this world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. So if we have enough food and clothing, let us be content. But people who long for to be rich fall into temptation and are trapped by many foolish and harmful desires. I want you to go back and read the particular section, verses 1 through 9. And it's a lot of lessons in there right now that we need to hear as people today. And Paul talks about, he said, we still have this myth and this fantasy that money is going to make us happy. And overwhelming evidence says that's not even true. So we have to be very careful about that. And it reminds me of my own daughter asked me one time, because if I had played my cards right, there could have been opportunity for me to make a lot of money in basketball, right? But of course I didn't. But my daughter asked me before, she says, Dad, don't you miss the opportunity? You could have made millions and a lot of money. And I said, you know what? I said, I don't miss it. I said, because number one, I wouldn't be standing here looking at you today. And number two, if you had given me millions at that time, I probably would have mishandled it and probably would have killed myself through my activities and the way I was living. So no, I don't miss it, but that's time gone. But the thing is, you go and say, but you must have contentment. Some of the people that live the most modest, regular, normal lives, they have a lot of peace. But I know a lot of people with a ton of money that can't lay their head on the pillow because they have no peace. So I'd rather have peace and live a modest lifestyle than to be craving and have a love for money and riches. So he goes on to say, you brought nothing into this world and you'll take nothing out. So we can scrap and scrape and grind to try to get all the things that we want out of this world and out of this life. But if we're doing that, sacrificing our peace, if we're compromising godliness, it means nothing, because we will be taking nothing with us to eternity. And please know, you'll be spending eternity somewhere, whether it be in heaven or in hell, but it'll be somewhere and it'll be eternal. So keep that in mind as well. But people, it says here, verse 9, people who long to be rich fall into temptation and are trapped by foolish things. When you're craving to be rich, you're tempted by anything that will give you financial gain. You will compromise yourself, what you believe in, how you were brought up, all those things, for riches and for money. All right, so there's a flip side of that too. People that are poor, that are looking to get rich and be rich, they will compromise themselves as well, because they will do anything to become rich, and the rich will do anything to stay rich. So there's an issue there. And I always go back to Paul when he says that one of the most misused verses in the Bible is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Paul is talking about contentment right there. He's not talking about money. He's not talking about things. He's talking about whether I have a lot or if I have a little, I'm content. I'm cool. See, but a lot of us today are not that way. If we don't have all the things we want, all the toys, all the clothes, we're not happy. We're not at peace. We're not content. And I know people that have everything and they're still not content. So it's not about the things, it's about your mindset, your heart, and where you get your peace from. And I suggest for you today, you find peace in Jesus Christ, not in money and not in things. So it goes on, and I just want to tell you that today. But God bless you. Chase after things that are of God. Chase after the things that are right. Chase after the things that are eternal today. God bless you.